Hello, everybody. Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to Foundry. So, last episode we grew our base quite extensively. We added, I don't know, I think two more things here, and then this whole extra section here. So, we're doing things really well. We're going really well. So we got four more of those small little robots to do before we get into the bigger robots. But before we do those smaller robots, we do have a few little things that I think we should focus our attention on, just because it's just not going to go well if we don't. So we have two lines here in particular that really need to be dealt with. One steel, and the other one is concrete. Um, I do realize that I did cut this one off, and I cut it off, and now it's not receiving any more stuff to create that. I could temporarily fix that by just finding another node and then hooking that node up to there. That's a temporary fix, which is tempting. It's very tempting. Um, And then there's like our steel over here as well, which is a little lackluster. I've played with it a little bit off cam. I did make it slightly a little bit better. Oh, okay, well that was fine, but this has gone south. I don't think they're not pulling enough out, and I think this might be down too far. So we might have to reset this up so that way we're getting more of the ignium stuff in. I think we're almost done this node anyways. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's like a whole lot of that node left. Well, maybe a little over half, maybe 3/4. All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna go get some stuff. We're gonna come back here, fix this little hole up, put them down a little bit deeper, and add some more of these guys there. So we're filling these lines up. Um, I'm gonna update these ones to the newer crushers, and then these ones here I think we can update to the newer furnaces, right? So yeah, we'll try that, and we'll see how that helps our little steel production. That's stage one. These lines here are almost done over there as well. So once they're done, we're gonna have to hook up a permanent solution to that ignium and this. So this is like all still a temporary band-aid, you know what I mean? It's still not a full solution to our problem. I'm still gonna have to come back here and fix this later. So you know what that really means, right? It really means that we have to go and set up new new infinite mining sources. So that way we don't have to deal with this, and set up an area where we're properly making uh the steel and the bricks, right? And the concrete. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another platform here, and we'll do concrete and steel on this platform here. So I'll try to make it big enough that we can do two things on it, and then that way we can just send those home from this area here. It's taking a little while, but we got a little platform here. So I have all three locations that we're going to be working on marked. We got our ignium here, we got the xeno over there, and the mineral. I took the other ones off the markers because I don't think I really need to see them for now. Other than the telexite ore as a reminder that I still have work over there to do. Nothing big and special. I just got to hook up the fracking juice to it, right? So, but I just want to keep it there as a memory. So this is the before, and bam. That's one. That's one done. I did change the way I did this. I noticed that my logic on my other ones aren't working very well. Must be missing something with those data cables, so I just said screw it and I want something like this. I think this is gonna work in the end. An overflow method like this, I think it'll be fine. So we got this pretty much all ready to go. I just got to hook up a cable here, or not a cable, but a pipe to this one and set some fracking juice over this way. And we will have infinite amount of the igneous stuff again. Haha, awesome. So now we just got to go over to the xenoferrite and the mineral and could do the same thing over there. So this is what I was talking about when I deleted the logic stuff. I just took it off of the nodes here. Don't think these are working right anyway, so we'll just remove them and make sure that all the material can just flow like normally. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but it would have been a cool idea. But I don't think it's really needed, considering like the vehicles come and go so sporadically too. So they got lots of time to fill up. So I don't think that logic is really needed. But anyhow, we're gonna go over here to the Xeno whatever here, our iron nodes, and we're gonna get this one all set up. So this is the before to this. Aha! Another one done. This is great. So only one more to go. Only got the mineral one left, and then this should be all operational. I have gone and started to rename these, so eventually the thing should come over here and start landing on them. At the same time, maybe I should turn these on too as well, and then see what happens, right? So, all right, then those legs are gonna start going down. I like that. That's cool. So neat. The drill's gonna go all the way in. It's so long. And now we're at the mineral area, and this is what it looks like before. And guess what? Just like that, we're all done. And we got another one done there. So this was all good and dandy. Everything is turned on, everything hooked up. I hooked up all the other ones as well to power and the whole 9 yards. I'm really hoping that these things cycle, because I did rename these pads and I renamed the other ones over there, and I still haven't seen a ship come and land over here yet. So I'm a little worried, but maybe it's because they haven't fully cycled over with the beast yet. I'm not quite sure. But we'll go check that out and find out what the hell's going on. Oh, and by the way, I've been doing really good in the money situation. Man, have we been killing it out there. Like, we're almost done paying our debt. We've been upgrading the space station a lot. Stuff like that. So just to go show you that in the finances, our debt, we've got about 2.6 million left to pay off, which is pretty good. We've been selling like friggin' hotcakes, man. It's friggin' awesome. Points for making 317 last, I guess, quarter or whatever. I don't know, maybe last day. I don't know. we're killing it. We're killing it. We're doing pretty good with Moolah, anyways. Just finished doing a station upgrade. I think we're doing this one here, the increased antenna. So that's the one we're working on right now. R&D, I've been going back and forth and working on all of our R&D when usually there's a whole bunch of it in there. So I've dumped a bunch of money into the R&D center too. So now we're up to 2 experience per each. So it's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Just killing it. Now let's go and look at something at the base, because there's something I didn't notice. So we'll go check that, look at that. So at one point I came back home and I noticed that the steel line was backed up, and it was backed up all the way over there. So it looks like the little fix I did at the beginning seemed to have worked well. Why, pray tell, are you slag? Something to do with the slag. Yeah, slag output on that side. Yeah. We just not hook you up anywhere, or? Yeah. Look at that. We didn't. Well, that's interesting. I guess I was meant to hook that up over there, but maybe we'll just put a belt. So that's wonderful. So that should help with the concrete there for a whole 2 seconds. I'm assuming that's what that's gonna do. Actually, quite a bit of it in there. It must have been backed up for a while, I guess. Oh boy. It's like we're doing some science. So here we are over on our big little new pad that we're gonna play with. I think the idea, and I think I'll just do it with the antenna sticking out. I kind of like that. So the idea here, I'm gonna leave a gap. I'm gonna leave a gap on the side so that way we can bring the materials back along that side, because that is my plan. We'll do one here like this. So we'll do the steel with these two. So obviously we'll have one of the ignium and the iron. Then this one over here, we're going to do all the cement and stuff. So this will be in the concrete blocks. So we'll have one mineral and one xenoferrite. And then the last one over here will be glass. And we'll just do a nice big long section of glass. And what's really good too is we can stretch these out and bring them down farther. So as we need to expand, we can expand. We'll always just be limited by how much material we're actually bringing in, but that's fine for now, right? I guess problems for future bog. But yeah, we're gonna deal with this. So let's do this one first. So the really cool thing about all of these is you're only limited by how much you want to pull out in one shot. And what I mean by that is, say we do 4 belts here, right? Maybe we could even do 5, just for fun. And then you have these belts being pulled out on a 640 belt. And I'm using this as my example, okay? So over there, I noticed that when we're using a crusher, 4 crushers will take a 640 belt, okay? So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we do 5 rows of 4, so that's 20 crushers, right? We could have 20 crushers furnishing. Oh boy, I think it's 8 or 10. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look over here and see. Okay, so I added a bunch of these, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's about 8 of these easy that it furnishes non-stop. But a lot of these are all backed up, so it's hard to tell. See, these ones haven't backed up at all. So we've been using at least 8 of these. 7 of these non-stop, right? So anyways, it's a hell of a system. It's actually backing up now. I'm actually kind of happy to see it. But yeah, 4 of these is more than enough. These last 4 were not even needed. That's where it was, because I forgot to actually put the outputs. Here is my thought process for this little section. So just like over there, I'm thinking that we do, 4 to 8 ratio, and we're going to be using the well, either or, which I haven't really designated either or right now. So you got ignium and the iron. They're going to come in, get crushed together, and then get outputted onto this line. They'll get absorbed by all these smelters, and on the output is going to be on the back. I think that's going to be the game plan. And then all we have to do is repeat this 5 more times, and then we'll have a nice little setup for our steel. I think that's going to be, yeah, I think that's going to be a good plan. Then we should be well fed for steel for a while, in my opinion. I hope so. Now this is all done. We have 5 lines of stuff making steel, so that's going to be totally wicked. We'll have that sent off over here. Now let's begin on the next thing that we're going to create over here, and that is going to be the concrete. I'm not going to hook this one up just yet, just because the other one seems to be stable. Let's just do air quotes and go stable. So when those ones run out, well, we'll start using our backup and our full-time one, this one here. And we're going to start by setting up the concrete one that we need here. So, yeah, let's go do that. I'm gonna go demolish this one over here because it's actually not doing anything, and I'm gonna use all the parts that we were doing here to bring up here. Save me from creating some stuff, right? So now that we're gonna be deleting this whole section over here, there is one thing that we're gonna have to take care of, and it's gonna be the slag that's gonna be generated over here. There we go. If we take our incinerator and we just plop, does he have things on all sides? He does. Okay. We'll just plop them there, and we'll put like an import. That should just take all that stuff and burn it over time. Hopefully. I wonder if I'm gonna need more than one incinerator for this. Possibly. Alright, so I put 2 of them for now. We'll see how that works. I think 2 should be fine. 1 might not have been just fast enough or whatever, but 2 should be just perfect. Take no chances, right? Double up on all the stuff. And then we have some more in stock too. I'll put these other ones away in case we do need them, you know, for here or for somewhere else. But those things are loud. My God. Now for the concrete we're about to make, I'm slowly extending this down. Just realized that I placed that in the wrong spot. I'm thinking we're going to do 30 of these. We had 10 before. 10 was furnishing very crap. So I'm going to try 3 times the amount of these. So I should be able to put 15 of each here, hopefully. If not, I can always extend it a little bit. I can remove... I can just extend the platform. Whatever. Yeah. So the idea is that one I guess is going to be the xenoferrite, and then this one is just going to be the lime, and then we're going to make the gravel here. I'm just trying to remember that I didn't set all these recipes up here. So the gravel will go there, and then on this side we're going to make the concrete, or the cement, sorry. So here we'll make the cement. We'll copy that. There we go. And then these little guys here are going to make the concrete. So there. Let me just copy that all over the place. Now, I think I got this right. Now I think this is how I want it. We'll have the materials be split up, one on each side, and we'll have the output go in the middle. I think that would be the best thing for us to do. And then obviously the water would come up and attach into each one of these. So I still got like a lot of attaching things to do, and then we'll hook these ones up right away as to opposed to those ones, and we'll play with this one around and we'll see how it works. Just because we do need to start our science back up, we do have other things that we have to research still. So I think this would be really important for us to get going. So yeah, can rename these things too. Well, it looks like the steel foundry is working pretty nice. Anyways, I put all the ships over here, so it seems to be just pumping out. I only put 2 ships per each because that's all we can kind of do with this in particular setup that we're doing. If we want to do more ships, well, guess what? We got to go find 3 more. 3 more nodes. Like, this is kind of like max capacity for these things. So with that being said, if these are like max capacity, what I might do is I might remove a lot of these flooring for nothing. I don't want to leave it here if it's not going to be used for anything. So yeah, this is pretty much well going to be this setup, and then we'll just have whatever we can for glass being made here. But I'm pretty sure these are like max setups. Even if I did want to put more here, right? Like there's like a limit to how much like these things can furnish with just 2 ships, right? So that's why I'm really anxious for trains, because trains will change the game completely. So, but we'll see when we get to that point. But I'm almost done hooking this up, so let me finish that and we'll get back to you. I just wanted to stop and marvel at the at this there. That looks pretty cool, man. Can't wait to see it all up in action when we start using it. Now I believe if I put the exits on here, let me do the exits first. And then we'll also find out if we're making enough material for all of this as well, and if we need to make more of these. I'm thinking we're probably gonna have to put a few more crushers, at least 8. Yeah, because those bags don't seem to be coming out too fast. Let me add some more of those. There, so I added 7 more of them. We'll see how well. Oh yeah, I gotta program them too, you big tard. Won't do anything if you don't program them, right? There we go. Let's see if we can get enough of these going here. Doubled up both sides, so now we're making more gravel on the other side as well. I was only able to put 6 more on that side though, but I think we'll be fine. If I reconfigure the belts, I could probably like get a few more there, but we're looking not too shabby. We'll see how these things like go after time. Well, hopefully we get a full belt here. Hopefully, that'd be nice. But I still don't think I'm making enough concrete. I think I still need to make the sandbags here. Cement. I thought I don't have enough stuff coming in. I do. Probably could separate it one more time just to make more of that, right? But we'll just let that keep going and we'll see how far down we get. We're only missing like the last 4, so we're starting to slowly make it down here, right? Like, so we'll just give it time. Maybe we might have them all done. Oh, well, these are already starting to back up. That's probably why, right? We're not sending them down. So maybe we'll send these forward and we'll put them into test trial production and see how that goes. So I do have elevators here ready. I just haven't, I think we're gonna have to upgrade these belts too. Okay, now I pretty much will double that side, so we'll see if that helps. That should really help us get all the way down to the bottom now. I shouldn't be worried about making concrete. I think we should have a pretty solid concrete setup now. I'm liking this. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, make it down. Oh no, we're out of jetpack fuel. That's not good. Okay, so it seems like we're making it all the way down to the ones at the bottom. Mission successful. Perfect. Okay, I'm happy. I'm super happy. Let's go get some fuel and finish off the glass, and then we'll be done. And with that all done, now we should be making glass. Glass should come out here. And I think we should be making it at a half decent speed. How do we want to do this? Log? Do we bring it underneath and plop it around? Because, like, I don't know. I don't know. Not really sure how I want to bring that around. Probably best if I just kind of, like, plopped it under and brought it over that way. I think that would probably look the nicest. But, yeah, I think, are you not all getting... You just not making enough down here, or what? Ooh, that could be a possibility, eh? That's insane. So that means what? Maybe 4 or 5 of these at most? Or I would have to split these up. Maybe I'm gonna have to do like 4 rows of 10, and that would feed maybe 5. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let me try that. Let me try that. Since it's only 5 of these being worked out, I'd like to try to get all of them. So maybe if I do, well, 7 of these seems to furnish 5, but I'll do 8. I'll try 8, 4 of 8. Yeah. All right. Let me do that, and I'll come back. Jesus. Okay, I like this setup a lot better. This looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and I think that we're gonna get a lot more production this way as we would have the other way. So, all right, that's cool. I'm going to drop a line underneath, and I'm gonna run them across underneath the whole base thing here, and then I'll plop them up around here somewhere, so then that way they can go join the elevator. Bam. Yeah, that would be the plan. And then we'll put these guys back on the production line, and hopefully that's gonna help whatever's going on with our money situation, because I think we're slowly dropping in money very, 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 very slowly. So I'm assuming it has to do with not supplying the glass. So that's nice. That worked out really nice. Now we should have glass going back onto the onto our system, so that's pretty good. Loving that, loving that. So we managed to redo old temporary system into a permanent system. That's very nice. That's going to be very, very beneficial towards us later on. Loving this. This was so worth the effort. So I'm going to probably trim back some of this land that we're not using. Some of this ground stuff there, the floors, because it just kind of looks nasty if we're not using it, right? All right, so other than that, I think that's all the time I got for today. Like I said, this is really worth my time doing, man. This is great. This is we're not gonna have to worry about these things for probably the rest of the series now. So very happy with this. So hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.